Hello guys, welcome back to Inspired to DIY. In today's video, I'll be sharing how I was able to transform moving boxes into a sofa. Stay tuned for the end result and let's get started. To get started, I got 10 large boxes from Walmart and I'll go ahead and start by removing the flaps from one side of each of them. Once all the flaps were removed, I then take 5 of the boxes and started gluing them together using some liquid nails. I spread the liquid nail using an oil paintbrush, and like that, once I put the second box on top of it, it will make it stronger. To make sure that it all stays together as it dries, I took some duct tape and tied them together. And next, I'll go ahead and repeat that same step using the remaining 5 of my boxes. I allow them to dry as I move to the next step in the project. By using 10 medium-sized boxes, I'll go ahead and cut them in halves. Using some school glue, I'll go ahead and glue the boxes from the inside, and next I'll use liquid nails as before to stack them together. Once they were stacked together as a group of 5, I went on and put some tape around it to allow them to stay together as they dry for a few hours. To allow my tufting to be much smoother, I went on and took a set of the large boxes using the school glue method and the napkin to cover it all around. The idea is to soak up the napkin with the school glue, so like that when it dries it becomes stronger. And to put the pieces together, I'll go ahead and use corner braces. The yellow part is considered the back of a sofa and the medium-sized boxes will be the arms. So what I did, I used the braces and connect them together. Now to hold the pieces together from the outside, I'll be using those long screws as well as mending plates. I use duct tape to allow my screws to stay in place. Next, I took the second large piece that we created, and this part will be the bottom of our sofa. I'll use more corner braces to allow it to stay together with the other pieces. And to be able to properly connect the bottom to the arms, you'll need to put something really heavy at the back of each of the arms. I'll go ahead and use mending plate as well as those pin storers to go ahead and hold the bottom part to the arms from the outside. I also use larger corner braces for the middle part. For the inside, I'll go ahead and use those that looks like corner braces that I usually receive with my packages. I'll go ahead and screw them together with the bottom and the back side. And to start my tufting, I'll be using this 1-inch thick foam. I'll go ahead and glue it to my piece using some spray adhesive. I will remove the excess foam. Next, I'll go ahead and take my ruler, mark my points at 6 inches apart, so next I can go ahead and make the holes for my tufting. I'll be using my scissors and my box cutter knife to make the holes. The idea will be to be able to have access to the surface at the back. Once the holes were made at my desired spot, I went on and took some batting and covered the piece, and I'll go ahead and use this beautiful faux leather silver fabric that I got from Joann, and I'll go ahead and use my staple gun and start my tufting. To make sure that my tufting is done properly, I went and start filling for the previously holes and stapled the fabric down. And what I noticed, if you have not stapled down the fabric right in the middle of the hole, the fabric will go ahead and pop back up. So make sure you fill for the hole and then staple it down there. For any remaining of the fabric, I'll go ahead and staple it down, and if I have excess, I'll go ahead and just cut them off. Onto the arms, I went on and added my foaming like before, and next I'll go ahead and use that same method from before to mark my prints and start making my holes for my tufting. And to properly make the holes, I'll be using my box cutter. Once again, once my holes were made, I took the batting, then my fabric, and I'll go ahead and start my tufting. That same step will also be repeated for the other arm of the sofa. Once again, for any remaining pieces, I'll go ahead and staple it down. If it's too long, then I'll go ahead and cut it off. Before moving forward, I'll be using those beautiful chrome legs that I got from Amazon, and I'll go ahead and start screwing them together. One quick advice: if you want something that holds a lot more weight, you can go ahead and choose a thicker option, but in my case, I thought this one was perfectly fine and really beautiful for my piece. To cover the head of the staples, I'll go ahead and use this beautiful pack of buttons that I got from Joann. I'll go ahead and use hot glue to glue them down where the tuft were made. I then did the same thing for both of the arms. And now to create the seating, I'll use an additional large box. I'll go ahead and remove the flaps from one side like before. Next, I'll go ahead and open it so I can go ahead and glue it from the inside. Next, I'll go ahead and take the 1-inch thick foam and cut it to size so I can glue it on the box. Since I could not find any more of this 1-inch thick foam at my local Walmart or craft store, I went on and took a mattress topper. This one is a queen size, and I just went on and cut it to size and made additional pieces. I'll go ahead and stack all the foams nicely together, and next I'll be using this beautiful fabric that I got from Walmart, and I'll go ahead and staple everything down from the back. You can make this seating as high as you like or as cushy as you would want it to be, but however, in my case, I will have to deal with this one just because I could not find any additional foam, but down the line I'll go ahead and use pillows. The idea is to hold everything together, and I thought it would have made it a lot easier to cover the foam using a card box from the back. Like that, I can go ahead and staple the fabric down just like I'm doing there. She'll be having something like this that looks much like a cushion. So next, I'll go ahead and put it down on my sofa. I'll be using a remaining piece of the faux leather fabric to cover the part that is still showing as the box. I'll be using double-sided tape as well as staple to keep it together with my previous piece. To cover the upper arms, I'll be using this Western sheet, and I'll simply use some Fix-All adhesive as the strongest glue and also some hot glue to quickly hold it. And this is the final piece. It turned out so beautiful. I love how the faux leather fabric makes it so much beautiful, and I really hope you guys take a thing or two from this project. If so, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. If you have not, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my next projects. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.